I love Harry Potter. I love it. I think the movies are amazing. I like some of the games that they made, but I do not understand people that would prefer to live in the Harry Potter universe and as opposed to the Star Wars universe. Because if you're in the Star Wars universe, you can be a bounty hunter, you can be a Jedi, you can be a Sith, you can be an Inquisitor, you can be a clone, you can be a Stormtrooper, you can be this, that. Like you can be a Force user and not even be a Jedi. If you're not Harry Potter, you're probably a fucking nerd and you're gonna die in Harry Potter. So that's like you're either the chosen one or you suck, you know?
Welcome back, guys, to Weeb's Closet. My name is Nekko.
I'm Jake.
And he's Jake.
Yeah,
we are watching Star Wars Visions Episode 3. I don't know the name. Something about twins.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting... I mean, I saw the image and it was like the R2-D2 droid.
Oh, the R unit droid?
Yeah. So I'm wondering, is it going to be a Full Metal Alchemist type of thing?
Oh, wait. You think that somebody didn't follow the law of equivalent exchange and they got turned into an R2 unit?
Most likely. I mean, that'd be cool. That goes for a cool story.
That'd be weird. But yeah, I think I'd want to see something like that. But anyway, we what I wanted to say was we watched the last two in English, and the English dub is really good, especially when they bring characters back like Boba Fett and it's the original voice.
Yeah.
Or it sounded like the original voice, and Jabba was like straight out of the movies. So it feels like the English is definitive, but the Japanese also feels definitive because the Japanese is the original voices actually, because this is
the created voices or whatever.
They did the Japanese dub way before they did the English dub for the show. And so we're going to record probably a few more before we get your feedback, but we want to know kind of like what your guys' preferences is in the
what's your
comments.
stance? Because honestly, it sounds good what we heard so far, English just sounds really good. It didn't give the vibe that was supposed to be a Japanese series until we watched the last one, episode 2, where the band was playing, and you could definitely tell that the music was kind of off. And whenever we switched it to Japanese, we realized, oh, this is why it was off.
Yeah, the lyrics were just like a little not on beat. It felt like, and so that's why the Japanese is the OG.
Yeah, so with that said, we're just wondering what you want us to watch it as. Ultimately, we're enjoying it dub. I'm pretty sure we're gonna enjoy it. We're enjoying English dub.
Yeah,
we're most likely gonna enjoy the sub. There you go. That's what I wanted to say. Blah blah blah. So let us know. But regardless, it's good either way. But with that said, guys, follow us on Twitter. We've been actually quite active. Yeah. So follow us. Twitter is the Weeb's Closet, and you'll find us. It's the same freaking icon that we had in the YouTube as the Twitter. So you'll find us. Speaking of which, we actually and that's now thinking about the avatar and whatever. I already commissioned some.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Some designs. So right now it's a matter of like a week or two. We're gonna go over it and see the draft, and then eventually get the design.
Nice.
So that'll be cool. So soon enough, you'll see the logo change. So that'll be
Look
nice.
out for that. Yeah. I don't know what it's gonna look like, so I'm excited.
Also follow us in Patreon. Consider supporting us over there. It's only $2 right now, and you'll get our uncuts. The uncut for this one's gonna be there. So consider it.
Do it or don't, and suck. Yeah.
Nonetheless, let's start with the show. Actually, remember to watch it in Disney Plus. Then come over here and watch our reaction. We are right now, like I said, the twins. And we're ready to start it, aren't we?
Let's go. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
what?
I think let's start it because this is gonna be sick. All right, 3, 2, go.
Right. We saw like one little still frame of the episode. I think this is the one done by the Kill la Kill team.
I think so too, because the art. I've seen this particular character. It sucks that it was that one frame that we saw, and she has like multiple arms.
Yep.
On the,
Trigger.
Trigger.
Yeah. Let's go.
Trigger.
All right. I'm excited for this one.
That's pretty cool. Immediately, there's a shape in there.
There's a Star Destroyer right there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so like, just show me. Oh man. Yeah, this is so. This is definitely Trigger, right? Whoa, what the hell? We got dual Trigger.
They're holding hands.
Wait, did I just say dual Trigger? I'm fucking.
Yep, dual destroyers.
Dual Destroyer with a big
dual Trigger.
I'm just saying this episode better be some crazy action because that's what I expect from the studio.
Yeah, it immediately looks like Kill la Kill on that.
Darth Trigger.
Is
Oh,
this supposed to
that's
be
Darth
Vader?
Vader. Yeah.
That's such a weird take on Vader. I mean, it looks cool, but
Yeah.
so different.
Those stormtrooper masks still like they kind of have like a clone aspect to them. It looks
Yeah.
like. Can't tell.
Yeah, Death Star. The Death Star thing.
Yeah, but is it also that? I'm so confused at where this is.
I mean, it may be the prototype of the Death Star since they had that little
True.
circle on the two Deaths.
That's true.
I have watched you grow.
Oh, is that
I will
3CPO?
finally be able to witness you complete your mission.
No, yeah, that's not him.
Brother and I will bring order to the galaxy. Something no one else has been able to accomplish.
My brother and I.
This is our mission as twins.
Do you think this is a different take on
Completed.
Leah and
Luke and Leia.
yeah, look up, yeah.
It could be its own little like oh, do you mean like
Like
that
what-
is Luke and Leia, you think?
Yeah.
No, because that was Master Am
In the center
is what she was called.
It is the same power that is transferred into the dark armor that you and your brother, Master Kare, ran, destroying a planet or any resistant star system.
Okay.
Because it would be cool to see like a
I am
Sith take on them too.
prototype
Uh-huh.
armor could have on your physical body.
I will hold you to that. Now let's surprise those peace-loving Republic fools. Ready to hypercannon.
Hypercannon, prepare to fire.
The power source from the reactor core appears to have been stolen. We cannot charge the hypercannon.
What? But only Master Am and Master Kare can access the reactor core chamber. Master Kare is gone. Where could he be at a time?
Could we have mistaken the character? Yeah, I guess that's not it. I guess that's not Darth Vader's.
I feel dumb as hell.
Okay, you told me so.
Yeah, so he was just taking the core for himself.
Set for stun and open fire.
Ooh.
Why would you be sorry?
The ship is right where we left it.
It does look like anime Darth Vader.
It does, but
Where were you planning on going with that, Kare?
To a galaxy far, far away.
Bruh. That was way too on the nose right
Yeah.
there.
Master Kare, this is quite disappointing.
Now hand it over.
I refuse.
Yeah, that looks just like one of the main characters from Promare.
The Galactic Empire or the Republic. I couldn't care less about either one of them.
You really don't care. As you wish. If you won't hand it over, then I'll take it by force!
Ooh.
pew 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 pew. It starts like shooting. They have an X-wing? What?
Oh shit.
Nice work, R2. Now keep firing. Great. Now get ready to punch it.
I am so confused as to what is happening. And why, you know?
Well, I guess he was just infiltrating to take that core.
Yeah, but like he's the brother though, regardless.
Really? So you have a bad feeling about this? What's happening?
She's pulling her back.
Yeah.
Beam, it's air.
I like that she's also like holding herself down.
Yeah. Oh man.
She's too strong in the force.
Come to me.
You better put a mask on or something.
I always love the shrieking of like the R units. Yeah, you're right. Like, how can he be breathing out there?
Or even surviving. It'd be like negative 9,000.
Yeah.
Kylie Crystal. Such beauty.
Only thing that this crystal can possibly bring is despair.
See, like, I'm so confused because they, like, again, they are the twins. Like, she's clearly calling brother a couple of times now. So I'm like, why all of a sudden he wanted to stop using the machine?
Ooh. Yeah, they're definitely siblings.
What is that? My future? I don't believe you. How come you can see it and not I? Why?
I don't have the answer.
Surely that cannot be the reason you stole it, to save me.
Yes, that's correct. And so that's why I...
She's evil.
I mean, both of them should have been.
Both of them should have been what?
Both of them should have been evil. I don't know why, like...
He's trying to save his sister.
Must I remind you of the purpose of your birth?
She's just fucking deranged. He's maybe on the bad side, but he's trying to save his sister.
Listen to me, Anne. You have to stop this, or it will destroy you.
Oh, I'll prove you wrong, brother.
Oh.
Kari, if you really want to save me, then go ahead.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, it looks pretty badass.
Yeah, this is definitely Trigger.
I can use this.
What's this?
I'm like hella quiet, but so I apologize, guys, but it's actually pretty good. Yeah, like spaghetti. I do like that his saber has like a red tint to it, regardless, at the beginning of the blade.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess it's because that Kyber crystal had multiple colors.
So it's like it has
Yeah.
Bayonetta in here. Shit.
Do you want to know what your weakness is? It's that you're too afraid, brother. Now I shall send you back to the galaxy of dust.
Bye bye. Oh, our duo.
That was all to call him R2 too.
Yeah.
If we don't destroy that thing as quickly as possible, it will kill her. However, it would take a massive amount of power. And my lightsaber. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to try something so reckless.
Oh, too late.
It's not your choice, buddy.
I guess you were right in terms of like it was multiple colors.
This
Jesus
is
Christ.
so. This is like 10% Star Wars, 90% Trigger.
Yeah.
Studio Trigger right here. Like, this is not following the rules of Star Wars at all.
Yeah, no.
This crystal
Oh my god.
then our entire life's mission will be lost.
And you're free to choose your own destiny. Punch it.
It's like Hyper the hyperdrive.
Ludicrous speed. Ah. Nice.
Yeah, that feels like Kill la Kill right there too.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It's like when I found out that Star Wars was getting an anime spinoff, this is what I pictured. Just like ridiculous.
Why do you have a helmet?
I don't like. That's
Out
what
of
I'm
every
talking
single
about.
character, why does he have a helmet?
Our duo. Yeah, that's right. We did it. It's fine. Don't worry. We'll find her.
It is funny because his literal purpose is to be like a avenue for this Kyber crystal to like destroy planets, and he's like, nah.
Let's just destroy the thing that I was creating to use.
Yeah. It's about breaking free, Nekko. It's about becoming
Who you
were,
are.
not who you were meant to be, but who you want to be.
You could see Trigger all over this episode, so that was good to see.
It was so Promare. Like, Promare is about it's about this like this firefighter and flame guy, and like they can't coexist because society says that they can't. And then like evil comes and there's this like big mech, and so the flame guy says that he has to like light the whole world on fire to destroy the mech guy, and to ensure that like all the humans will survive, the firefighter with the power of wanting to save people will protect everyone with his spirit from the flame guy so that he can destroy the mech without destroying all the humans. That's Trigger in a nutshell right there. Like sometimes you gotta it like breaks your suspension of disbelief. Like when he has a lightsaber that's like 200 feet long and it's like this fucking wide.
And all of a sudden, he just cuts this little thing that it was in the chest.
I'm gonna chalk that up to being like he has the Force, and so he can do really like
badass shit.
like really
Precise
like
cuts.
precise cuts.
Like,
but
I was surprised. Initially, as the lightsaber was like quote unquote shrinking, I honestly thought that he was just splitting her in half. I'm like, the idea was to save her. What the fuck?
yeah,
but then I noticed when it was happening. But
it
no,
was so Studio Trigger.
don't get me wrong. It was a great episode, great animation. I love the colors and everything in it. It was really nice. It was well done. I'm just so like confused because like since we started from the perspective of the sister, it gave you the idea that both of them were in the same page. We were created for this. We have the things. We're just gonna do it, and that's our job. Period.
Yeah.
And then they show you this guy that's walking into the thing. I mean, granted, we were also confused at thinking that was Darth Vader, but it's not our fault. It looked pretty close to it.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of a design change. But no, so the thing is that like since they gave us this narrative, it was easy to get lost as to why the guy was not following through. That's you are also part of the dark side. You were nurtured in the dark side.
Yeah.
Why would you care about anything else?
Well, the dark side also, like, the reason why people fall to the dark side is because of attachment. It's funny that I say that, like, my, like, quote is attachment leads to suffering, which is kind of like a Star Wars thing. That's why Anakin became Darth Vader in the first place.
Yeah.
And
he
so,
wanted more power so he could save his loved ones and ended up killing them by accident.
and so it kind of makes sense that maybe they're, like, codependent, sort of, if they're, like, bred out of the dark side. And not just that, but, like, each force sensitive person kind of has their own unique force abilities. So for him, he's able to see things before they happen. Yeah, which she can't. So she cannot understand that he's already lived through these events and he doesn't want to re-experience them. And so I totally get that. That's why that he kind of defected and went against like destroying planets and whatnot.
It's also difficult trying to put this much story within 12 minutes, you know? And that's ultimately what it is. Because if you had, let's say, 3-4 episodes of this, and you have moments where you were seeing flashes from the brother's perspective of like things that were gonna happen, and then you're like, oh shit, well, what's going on? And then you can slowly realize, oh, okay, so now you can understand why he's diverting from it. But again, granted, 12 episodes, kind of hard to do.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that was probably the plan from the beginning to like kind of set up that he was going to defect. But just for time, I'm sure that they had to cut a little. What I kind of want to ask every few episodes, what
I don't know. I was just like looking at the crowd while you asked.
I want to ask you every few episodes, kind of what your favorites that we've watched are. So I'll ask you, like, out of the 3 that we've watched so far, since we're like a third of the way through the show, which of the 3 has been your favorite?
As in like the episodes per se, not the... You know how I feel about Black and White, and like my biggest problem with Black and White is that there's not much to enjoy in terms of colors. I really enjoy colorful things. So if I have to say, I think this may be taking the cake for now.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I love, like I said, I love the different colors. The how the lightsaber was kind of reddish at the bottom and but blue, and then whenever he made it even bigger, you could see all the different colors. So like I liked it a lot, and I'm pretty sure that your favorite is gonna be number 1.
Yeah, I would say I would really like number 2. I was thinking about picking that one just because of how like out of left field it is and how different from probably all the rest of the episodes it's going to be. But yeah, number 1 was crazy.
I think honestly, out of the first episode, the honorable mention of like the most badass shit ever is the freaking umbrella lightsaber was insane. Like that was
So cool.
such a cool design.
And when she like jumped off the top and like had it hovering, oh man, yeah.
So that was really good. And on the second one that we watched, I did like you said, kind of like the story was pretty interesting, and like the Jedi trying to just forget the fact that he's a Jedi and just going on with his life. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's really why I've been enjoying the show so far, is because we get episodes like that, and then we get big episodes like this where he's freaking chopping a Star Destroyer in half with a giant lightsaber. You know, it's like crazy stuff.
It's funny because you were saying this earlier today. I don't know if it was in the last episode or in this one. My immersion. But a coworker at work has been saying that he's been wanting to watch more Star Wars, not Star Wars. If it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you were saying,
Yeah.
it's like I want to know what else is out there in this universe, because the universe of Star Wars, like you said, is so much broader, so much big. So you can get away with making whole series, whole shows dedicated to something else.
I think The Mandalorian's also a really good example of like expanding the universe instead of doing the same thing over
But
again.
the problem with the Mandalorian, although that I have not watched it, it ties into the actual story though, into the main saga
It takes place
during the same time.
during the same events, but we don't like
because the child
the child
is actually
is not Yoda though.
It is not.
He's just the race of
but like he has
Force abilities.
yeah.
I mean, the Force is, like I said, it goes all the way back to the Old Republic, which happens thousands of years ago. Like the Force is just a main theme in Star Wars. But I think what works about the Mandalorian, and kind of why, like people, you know what happens in the last episode, right?
Of which one?
Of the Mandalorian.
I've never watched Mandalorian.
You don't know the big spoiler at the end? I thought you told me you might have been spoiled.
I've been spoiled that this little child right here is just extremely into these
Powerful,
Force.
yeah.
And then the fact that that's the whole reason why he's being told to be taken over here is because it's like a safe haven for him, so he can train and go, become a Jedi later on.
So
I mean, go ahead, because I'll probably watch it anyways.
I'm not gonna say who it is.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want to spoil it for anybody watching either if they haven't seen it. But the whole show is separate from the entire universe. Ahsoka Tano's in season 2, but she's not really in the main saga. She's in the spinoff or the Clone Wars series, which is canon, but it's still not like main saga stuff. Ahsoka's like the only really tie-in to like the Skywalker story. And then in the last episode, it really just ties in. Like at the end of season 2, it just really ties in. And I thought they should have, if they're going to end the show there, that's good. End it there. But I don't want to see The Mandalorian keep like trying to fit itself in with like the main story, because it like worked so well without having to do that.
Yeah, it's like go on into your next bounty. Go hunt something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. I'm curious though. Now that you mentioned Ahsoka, I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, yeah, that girl. Did she end up becoming a Sith?
No.
No?
She became
Close.
a Grey Jedi.
Oh,
So she's neither good nor bad.
yeah, because I mean, being trained by the biggest Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Like I always wonder if she turned or not, because I never completed the Clone Wars series, but I've always been curious because I really liked her character. Like she had the early, the angst of the early Anakin, vibe.
Yeah, and what we could do is we could watch, since season 7 is so many years after they made season 6, we could just watch season 7 without having to watch the rest of the show, because it's its own like tie up to the story. And then Rebels, I'm not saying we have to watch Rebels because it's a really long show and I've already watched all of it. That's where we get to see Ahsoka
Become the great.
like she is like completely distant from like the light and the dark. And then in Mandalorian, that's like hit home even further, because in Rebels we're introduced to her lightsabers. They're gray. They're the gray lightsabers that you were talking about. And in the Mandalorian, she also has those. So
it's funny because I remember a lot of people complain about her design in the Mandalorian.
really,
which
I
is
thought she
weird.
looked amazing. In
Yeah,
the
because
Mandalorian.
I saw the picture and I'm like, I don't know why people were complaining, because I mean she seems exactly the same. I mean it looks more fleshy, but that's the whole point.
Yeah, and she's older. She's like in her 50s or 40s or whatever. But
yeah.
that's a great show.
All right, we clearly have left
well,
in a tangent, guys.
yeah.
So we apologize for that, but I'm pretty sure this is pretty enjoyable for you regardless.
You nerds.
Yeah. And that is honestly it. I'm excited to see the next ones coming
Mm-hmm.
forward. And your response as to whether we should watch it in Japanese or English.
I feel like that one probably should have been Japanese.
This one,
Like, I think I'm gonna say that there's gonna be a guide out there in a few weeks that tells you
which ones feel
ones
better
to watch where. Like, I think honestly, all three of them could be watched in Japanese because the first one was
Samurai,
the Samurai.
like, yeah. So yeah, fit this one. The reason why I feel like this one would definitely fit the most in Japanese for us is because we've already watched multiple things from Trigger, and we've watched it in Japanese most likely than not. So it would have just feel just like home, watching it. But honestly, it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. There were a couple of times that you could see that their the lip sync was out, but other than that, it really didn't matter because I don't know. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot.
Oh boy.
So
All right.
the camera is dying, guys. So follow us, do whatever other things. We'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye.
Hope you guys enjoyed another Weeps Closet reaction. A special thanks to our Patreons. We appreciate your extra support to keep this channel going. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. See you in the next one.